Let me cut my teeth in the. Which one did you say that you were gonna do, that you would kill it in?
Oh, Love Is Blind.
Love Is Blind.
Dude, my friend,
Let me cut my teeth in Love Is Blind first. See if I'm ready to take the next step.
I know someone who was like in that world now, like heavy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because her name is Michaela Bradshaw. If you remember her from Survivor, she was gonna like fucking win it. Like maybe like 8 years ago, she was on a show 9 years ago. And she told me some of the craziest stories. Dude, I haven't told you about this. Her name is Michaela Bradshaw. Like, I could call her right now. And so she's, like, got a dumb following on Instagram.
We're getting her
now.
on the show.
Yeah.
We call her.
She might
what's
do
some, what's some fake beef we can start right off the bat?
And so, like, she came back and was like, it was like, she was not the same person. Like,
really?
No. She had to go to therapy. Like, it was a whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, it was like actually fairly traumatic for her. And yeah, but they gave her enough money. They gave her enough money to like, fucking. She could like. She was rich when it was done, though. Honestly, like she could buy a house like in Texas, like, which is, I guess is cash probably. But so she had told me she was doing well with it, and they brought her back on some other shows. Have you ever seen that gif of that girl who's taking a sip of the coffee, but she throws her hair back first and then she sips?
No.
Oh, if I showed it to you, you might remember it. That's Michaela. It's like it went viral, and they booted her off because everybody thought she was going to win. And then that's what happened. They were all threatened by her. Yeah, they were all threatened by her. And then they brought her back onto like a previous like these people didn't deserve to get kicked off kind of thing. So she did a second season of like Survivor, and then and now she's like doing something else. So like
nice.
She's like doing all right with that shit, man. It's kind of crazy. But
what's her name? I'm gonna ask Emily because Emily's an avid Survivor fan.
Oh,
Loves
really? Yeah, Michaela Bradshaw.
Yeah, and you know what's also pretty crazy is what's currently happening in like the reality world, the reality TV show world, because Love Is Blind is actually that production company is being sued by former cast members because of like the trauma faced in that reality. You know, they purposely don't like provide them with food, with water. They'll give them alcohol instead. They sleep deprive them. They give each other, they give like the couple, they give them like conflicting information to like start conflict and shit. You know, like
what?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's super fucked up. It's super fucked up, and they're actually trying to unionize as well. Like the best they can with like reality shows, but I'm like, how the fuck is that gonna work?
Yeah, that sounds tough.
Yeah, seriously.
But I mean,
I sent the GIF in the group chat, by the way, so you can see what she looks like.
Well, there was one other thing I wanted to touch on before we actually started the fucking show.
Or you'll edit most of this because it's pretty long.
This is like just to get the juices.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. She's like in it and she's like making money doing it for sure.
That's cool as fuck. Oh, the Taco Bell sommelier. He was on like a Guy Fieri show.
No way.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. And the cool thing is
Bro,
once you're in the Food Network realm, you're in the motherfucking Food Network realm.
See,
unless you do some crazy shit.
You got Jordan Ramsay. You got Jordan Ramsay coming over for burgers. You got
who the fuck is Jordan Ramsay?
Jordan Ramsay.
Did I say Jordan Ramsay?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, Jordan Ramsay is only cooking cereal.
I meant Jordan Ramsay. Definitely not.
You said
Gordon
it again.
Ramsay.
You said it again.
Oh, you're okay. He is saying he meant it. Okay.
Yeah. So you got
But
I feel like on the Food Network stuff, it's all recycled.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
It's like the canvassing world, dude. Like once you're in, everybody just like gets a turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a doorknob.
Yeah.
Kind of like
your mom.
Exactly.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and start the show.
The creepy gordita bunch. I want the creepy gordita bunch. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the Creepy Gordita Bunch podcast. It's Halloween. The official podcast of the Taco Bell Cult Facebook group. I am your host, Thickless More Cheese, and with me as always, my co-host, DJ S to the Ubway Subway. And
I'm so glad you got the name right this week. Oh man, thank you for saying it like that. That's how I want it said for the rest of my life.
On my headstone. And of course, the Nashville Hot Tenders in this Halloween bucket. Jordan Cravens Krennic.
Hey-o, I actually really want to try that.
I know, same.
We should do a review or something.
You know what? I really want to go to the Sanders Cafe in Corbin. The fucked up part is
Corbin?
In Kentucky.
Okay, Corbin, Kentucky.
The fucked up part is it's in Kentucky. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to fucking go to Kentucky.
It's far, man. It really is.
Yeah.
It's deceivingly far.
It's Kentucky. You know, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, I've been to Louisville twice. I had a good time actually. Yeah, honestly,
Okay.
yeah. They have something called the Mega Cavern.
Ooh.
It's the world's only underground zipline tour.
That's crazy.
Cool.
It's fucking sick.
That's
dude.
crazy. Yeah.
No,
That
I'll
sounds
show you
cool.
a video. No, it's actually so cool. It was freezing. It was snowing above ground.
Okay.
And you go underground. It's like 65.
No shit.
Yeah. So
Nice.
it's always like the same temperature no matter what. So if it's like blazing hot outside, it's like 65 underground, and then you zip line and like it's sick. I'll show you some videos.
Well, I was watching Anthony Sanders, Colonel Sanders, the nephew of Colonel Sanders. I was watching his TikToks, and he was talking about like getting the real authentic like chicken, and where to get it from is in the Sanders Cafe.
Do we trust him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
He is pretty he's
on top
pretty
of his
staunch. Yeah. Oh yeah. When it comes to chicken.
He is respecting his family legacy. I think
yeah.
he's carrying it with him.
He's respecting his family legacy. Yeah, so I mean, today's episode, we are gonna do some KFC Creepy Pastas, some spooky
Love
spaghettis.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's actually gonna be a pretty short episode, I'd say, just because the next episode after this, it's gonna be a long one. All right, at least an hour and a half.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Because
Okay,
we will
alright.
be talking about the KFC massacre that happened here in Tejas. We're gonna do our due diligence and do some research, write up a script, and so that's why this one's gonna be a little short. But I hope it's just as fun as the rest of them.
The rest of them.
Yeah. It's gonna come just in time for like peak Halloween fun. Y'all better stick around for this. This spooky two-parter coming up next time. But let's focus on tonight. So we still got a lot to talk about tonight.
Oh yeah, and actually we got some news.
Live from the Cheesy Gordita Bunch newsroom in Austin, Texas, this is Talk O' the Town with your hosts, Jordan, Nick, and Devin.
So there is a victory in California. So some real good shit is happening. California is raising the minimum wage of fast food workers.
Specifically for fast food workers.
Fast food workers.
Okay, cool.
And they're even creating a 9-person fast food council that can approve further increases in the future.
Wow.
Yeah, this is fucking awesome. This is a really big win, especially for workers, fast food workers. I mean, granted, it is just California, so the people who are being dicked here in Texas, I'm so sorry. But this is like a really good step because California
starts somewhere.
Exactly. This could be a trend. So with this, essentially, Gavin Newsom, he signed this into law, and this goes into effect April 1st of 2024, and it will increase the wages of 550,000 workers.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Good. That's dope, man.
Oh, it's amazing.
Hopefully, and I really mean this, hopefully that doesn't immediately result in higher prices for the consumers, but it probably will.
And the reason why it will is the same reason why Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu are all also raising their raising the prices, is because they're not taking away from CEOs, but they're pushing back all of this progress back onto the consumer. They're not decreasing their wages at all. They are just increasing how much you pay for it, so they can justify like paying these people, which is really fucked up.
Yeah, I mean,
which is really fucked up.
I'm gonna challenge a little bit because I don't know mathematically you could make it up with one CEO, but maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't mean one.
No, I mean, like, look at the CEO of McDonald's. Wonder how much that person is making. Do you think that increasing the Big Mac by 25 cents just to give someone else a higher wage is justified when you could probably keep it the same and just decrease the wages of the CEO, the CFO, and the people who don't actually do a whole lot of work?
I don't know. I just don't know if it works because, like, even if like 550,000 people. If you just take that's if they worked 1 hour and they got $1, right? They probably made like $5 or $10 more or something like that. But if it's $1,
who made $5, $10 more?
The fast food people. They like,
okay.
Yeah. If they got a raise, if you take that math, I mean, it's like it is immediately millions of dollars, like almost per day.
But people who make billions, you know what I mean? These people make these. Are
we sure the CEOs make billions?
Let's go and look it up.
We would have to look it up, but let's come back to it later. I mean, I don't know if we want to invest them.
I mean, these are.
I was just saying, I don't know if it's just like one CEO would do it. Is what I mean.
For sure, but this goes across the fast food industry, so it would be multiple CEOs and not just CEOs. Oh yeah,
because that number 550 would be multiple places and dozens and dozens of, if not hundreds of fast food restaurants. I guess it makes sense.
And not only that, it's not just CEOs that would be taking that hit. It would be all the people who aren't actually producing any of the labor, producing any of the actual work. It's just the people who sit around and toil and put money into stocks and shit like that. These are the people who would be taking hits, but instead the consumer is taking a hit because the fat cat CEO doesn't want to give up any of his wealth.
Okay, I feel where you're coming from.
But the council, the 9-person council, is going to include 2 representatives from the fast food industry. So I assume, whoever that may be, CEO or whoever's within the industry. And then it'll have 2 representatives of franchise groups or restaurant owners. It'll have 2 representatives who are employees. And 2 representatives from groups that advocate on behalf of the employees.
That seems like a pretty
member
good
of
system.
community. A member of the public.
Oh, one member of the public?
Yeah.
I wonder who that person is. Maybe we could go be that person.
Please be me. Please be me.
That would be great.
I'll take curly flies, please.
Could you imagine like being in this? Could you imagine being in that room, right? And there's like all these like head honchos and stuff, and some
Devin walks in with his white Crocs and his cut off sweats.
Oh, and the Bell Nation Pope hat.
Like I genuinely want to know who the fuck that member of public is. How often does that seat become available, and what's required? Because I need to know.
For
who's
sure,
in there
for
fighting
sure.
for the people.
That's some like deep state shit to get on that list.
Is it? Yeah,
That's some like squalid back room, like face down at the Eyes Wide Shut party kind of thing.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You know who would be perfect for this?
Who?
Damn, this joke maybe only works in Texas, but Wayne Wright.
I don't know who Wayne Wright is.
You don't know who Wayne Wright is?
Oh yeah, I know who Wayne Wright is.
This doesn't sound familiar. Hold on,
You mean business?
Wait, hold on, Devin. Wait, this quote right here. This has got to bring it back, Nick. He fought for me. That doesn't sound familiar?
No.
He fought for me.
I can't believe you thought that would make me like, oh shit.
Devin, you know the quote, right? He's like every single person. He's a lawyer. He's like one of those like fucking lawyers that shows up on the commercials and shit. And he's like, and the commercials are all the same. It's like, did you get decapitated by an 18-wheeler? Well, call us today. And he's like, and the person gets on, and they're like, I died, and but
that's hilarious.
But luckily, I had Wayne Wright. He fought for me, and like that's like what they say every time.
One of the things that I really miss about Austin or about Texas in general are like really, really wild TV ads like that. Like those kind of like those afternoon commercial like lawyers.
Oh yeah.
There's some wild ones in Texas and like some used car.
Dude, the used car ones are
Dream Cars Austin, that company, that guy's commercials.
I'm Scott Elder.
Yeah, Scott Elder. or what was the other guy? Like, if you can find a price that beats Jim Stanky Ford, then I'm gonna get the keys and I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh, you know which ones are really bad? Not to get off this just to top it off, is the George Bush and the Bill Clinton ones. Hey, Bubba, you know what I'm talking about? Oh my God, they're fucking cringy, and they're the worst George Bush and Bill Clinton impressions. like clearly parody. But obviously with this,
Devin does a good Clinton.
He does do a good Clinton. Yeah. And with this this new law being passed, there are obviously the usual suspects pushing back against this, saying that, hey, this is going to affect the bottom line. But notice how when workers get pay increases, the capitalists always have something negative to say that it'll affect the economy. When in reality, it's going to affect their bottom line, as in they're not going to get that, 40% raise or however much the UAW, the fucking, y'all familiar with what's happening over there? Like one of the CEOs got like a 43% raise in the last like 4 years. And so the UAW workers are also asking for a 43% raise now. It's great. It's great.
No, it's clever.
It's great. But I'm excited to hear more about this. Hopefully this is a trend because I'll tell you, I mean, I live here in Austin and the, $20 is hard to make it in Austin, and we live in Texas. So I couldn't imagine what it would be like to fucking work for $15 an hour in California. Like that should be crazy.
Yeah. I gotta get the new iPhone,
I gotta get that iPhone 15, baby.
It's titanium.
I'm about to finance this bitch. But Bell Nation, listen. Before we move on to our main topic, the McRib is coming back.
Oh man, that is fucking crazy.
The McRib is coming back, baby.
Wow.
Yeah, who would have thunk it? Who would have saw that one coming?
I mean, I think if we go back, I think none of us really believed that was going to be over. But
none of us. Not a single.
Because we talked about it. I just don't remember which episode, but I wasn't sold.
You can never trust the clown. Sorry, you can't trust him. You can't trust a clown.
Fucking burn.
A clown and a burglar? Come on, dude.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Absolutely not.
And a big purple nugget? No, thanks.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited for this shit. I'm, obviously got to do the McRibble. Can't wait for that. Get a McGriddle and get a McRib and.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yes, absolutely, 1,000%.
I'm dreading the dozens of. Did you make a video last year of it?
I did. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And
there
actually,
was a couple days where my phone was blowing up with McRib affiliated texts from Nick.
No, honestly, and I have had a McRib and put it inside of a gordita as well, which was amazing.
Inside of a gordita?
Yes, it was amazing. It was fucking beautiful.
If you buy me one, I will eat that.
No, you will buy you one. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? But
hey, I got a great offer for you. If you buy that for me, I will eat it.
But Bell Nation, we want to hear what kind of combinations you're thinking of. Are we thinking two outside the bun, and should we just stick to Taco Bell, or should we expand this shit?
Expand this.
Because what I'm thinking, and hear me out, is it's like a double down. But instead of cheese in the middle, I put a McRib in the middle, and the two buns are chicken. Thoughts?
That's some
Where's
weird
the chicken
shit,
coming
man.
from?
That's some weird.
So KFC double down, and instead of cheese, you put a McGriddle in the middle?
No, I put a McRib in the middle.
Oh, bro, you might not be able to finish that.
Is that a motherfucking challenge?
Is that a motherfucking challenge?
So you're
I'm
jumping.
To see you finish that, bro.
You're jumping fast food brands. Like you have to make two stops.
It's called being an innovator. All right, it's called being a trend center. And also, I live right next to the Lamar KFC, and there's a fucking McDonald's literally across the street. Like right next to that Goodwill and the and the Just Right books or whatever the fuck what's it called?
Half price books.
So it's just sitting
books.
there, just sitting there within reach. You got
begging.
Begging for. I mean, my Taco Bell is actually basically next. It is basically next door to a McDonald's.
So what were you saying? Not everybody lives in Litchfield, fucking bumfuck Connecticut.
That's true.
We don't gotta drive 45 minutes just to go to fucking KFC.
Devin, I can't
no, that's not. That has nothing to do with it.
I can't believe you live in a town called Lynchfield.
No, Litchfield.
It's close enough.
It's also a county.
It's close enough.
No, I guess you're right. Yeah.
What's the actual town?
Yeah, it's close enough.
What's the town that you're in?
It's called Lynchfield. L-Y-N. No, it's called Litchfield. Litch Field.
Litchfield?
Litchfield.
Litchfield.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
you think I'd live it? You think, Jordan? You think I'd live in a town called Lynchfield?
Dude, I swear I thought this whole time.
I mean, John Brown was born in his county, and there's no
Straight
way
up.
John Brown would be born in a county named Lynchfield.
Straight up. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way John Brown would also go to McDonald's and then jump across the street for KFC. That's what I'm saying.
That's because he's a fucking Yankee. All right, that's because he's a Yankee. All right, he ain't like me. All right, we ain't the same. But Bell Nation, let us know what you think. I mean, are you excited for the McRib as much as Devin is excited?
I know my dad is.
I'm very excited. Me and Keith got to go have a McRib brunch.
Bring the dogs.
Bring the dogs. Bring the babies.
Bring the babies.
But also, please follow us on Instagram at Cheesy Gordita Bunch, on Facebook at Cheesy Gordita Bunch, and then of course follow Tall Boys and follow me. Yeah, Cheesy Gordita Nick. But yeah, so today our very first, actually our only topic is our creepypasta. And Devin, you're actually going to be the one to read this first one.
Great. I love this time of year. This is my favorite season, and cannot wait to dive into these spooky stories. So wherever you are, turn off all the lights, light a single candle, pull out the Ouija board, because we're about to summon some Taco Bell demons.
You also forgot the weed. Grab some weed.
Oh, that's right. Grab some weed, too. Grab some weed, too. The
and
demons will wait.
And we're doing KFC, so yeah.
And
it's okay.
Go to McDonald's.
Get some Subway.
Then run across the street.
Get some
KFC.
Subway.
Get some Subway. You'll see me there, cashing in on my one a day.
Let's get it.
As I entered the KFC, the smell of fried chicken filled the air, mingling with a strange underlying odor that I couldn't quite identify. The manager, Mr. Jenkins, was a gruff man with a permanently furrowed brow. He greeted me with kind of a rude look. "You must be David." Then immediately handed me a stained apron,
Gotta be stained,
worn out cap. "Welcome to the team," he mumbled, not bothering to hide his irritation at my presence. "You're on fryer duty tonight. Follow me." I followed Mr. Jenkins to the back of the restaurant, where the fryers were situated. It was a cramped, dimly lit area that felt like it hadn't seen a thorough cleaning in years. Grease covered every surface, and the flickering fluorescent lights added an eerie quality to the place.
I thought you were going to say Irie, which would have been also funny. But
as the night wore on, I tried to focus on my tasks, but strange things started happening, and I never understood what it was. Why it was just me and Mr. Jenkins. The fryer would sputter and hiss, sending droplets of hot oil spattering onto my arms. I could swear I heard whispers coming from the shadows in the corners of the rooms, but when I looked, there was nothing. I really didn't know what I was doing, so I needed Mr. Jenkins' help. But Mr. Jenkins was nowhere to be found, and I was left alone in that dirty kitchen.
typical.
The temperature seemed to drop, and I could hear and see my breath in the frigid air. The walls appeared to close in on me, as if the very room itself wanted to swallow me whole. I was trembling as I approached Mr. Jenkins, who was standing in the dimly lit back area of the restaurant. "Hello, sir. I need some help," I stammered, my voice quivering. Mr. Jenkins turned toward me, his face a mask of anger and frustration. "Get back in there and never come back out," he yelled, his voice laced with menace.
Oh, he was masturbating for sure.
It was my secret recipe.
I was taken aback by his harsh response. My mind raced with questions, but I didn't dare challenge him. Instead, I nodded and hurried back into the kitchen, my heart pounding in my chest. As I resumed my fryer duties, my mind was consumed by fear and confusion. What was going on in this restaurant? Why had Mr. Jenkins reacted so aggressively? I couldn't shake the feeling that I had stumbled upon something deeply unsettling, something that I was never meant to know. As I rushed back into the kitchen, the odor that had lingered in the restaurant had grown even stronger. It was a foul, nauseating stench that seemed to cling to the very air I breathed. My stomach churned in response, and I desperately tried to focus on my task at hand. I needed more chicken for the fryer, so I made my way toward the walk-in fridge, and the cold air hit me as I opened the door, providing a stark contrast to the oppressive warmth of the kitchen. Inside, the shelves were stocked with buckets of raw chicken and various ingredients, but something was off. As I scanned the fridge for the chicken, my eyes landed on a sight that sent shivers down my spine. There, amidst the bucket of chicken, lay a grotesque, rotting mass of flesh and bones. It was a severed hand, its fingers twisted in a grotesque manner, and it emitted the same putrid odor that had permeated the restaurant. My heart raced, and I stumbled backward in horror. I couldn't believe my eyes. Whose hand was this? How had it ended up in the refrigerator of a KFC? Panic set in, and I couldn't get out of that fridge fast enough. Without thinking, I slammed the fridge door shut and rushed out of the kitchen, my mind reeling. I had seen something unthinkable, something that was honestly terrifying and traumatizing. The questions multiplied, and I was scared shitless. I ran out of there and never went back. Last I heard, the police never found anything. The last I heard, the police never found anything. What had happened in that KFC? I had walked into a living nightmare that I will never forget.
Ooh, that's like OSHA violation.
Yeah. Dude, as fuck.
Bro, that was fucking... I had a shiver run up my spine. That was...
Honestly, when you were saying, oh, and the walls came creeping in, I was like, did the restaurant turn into a bucket and like someone gonna lift the roof and pick him up out? You know what I mean? Like a piece of chicken and eat him?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. You guys are creative.
Yeah, I'm gonna write the creepy pasta.
That's fucking...
I mean, I it's a very like realistic scenario. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
I
this
wouldn't
could happen
rule
at
out
KFC.
like... Yeah, I wouldn't rule out like working at a sketchy KFC and finding a hand. Like that's something that like I find No, seriously, like that's something that I find like eerily like you might have to deal with. Like I
Devin,
found that story to be very realistic.
I mean, you believe this too firmly, my guy.
Truth is stranger than fiction. And I feel like a lot of people find bad shit while they're working. You know, like my dad, he used to work for an apartment complex, and he must have found like 3 or 4 old ladies like just dead in their fucking house.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. That shit happens all the time.
But he just didn't tell anybody like this guy.
No. He's like, we're just keep charging them rent.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, for sure. But Jordy, you're the next one. If you want to do it in a lady's voice.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah.
Devin. I feel like Devin would have been better at this than me.
This is definitely some watch out, ABC. These there's some sound bites for Married at First Sight coming up.
Also, you don't have to do it in a lady's voice. I was joking.
All right.
My name is Karen.
No, I'm gonna mess it up. Let me just read it normal.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. All right. Cut that out.
My name is Karen.
I don't know how I want to start. Hold on. Okay.
My name is Karen.
All right.
Hello.
All right. Let me just read it. My name is Karen, and I have been managing the KFC in a quiet, remote town for years. It was a typical evening. The golden sun dipping below the horizon, casting eerie shadows over the landscape. We call that golden hour. Little did I know that this would be the night that would haunt me for the rest of my life.
Someone gave me $100 bills and I can't do over 100 after 10 p.m.
As the evening wore on my employees and I prepared for the usual rush of customers, which included Devin and Nick from Austin, Texas. The restaurant was situated at the edge of the woods with dense trees looming just beyond the parking lot. It was said that strange things happened in those woods, but I had always, dismissed such tales as superstition. We live in a world of reality. I thought this...
At least a little stitious, right?
Yeah. I thought it's just fairy tale. The night grew darker and the eerie ambiance outside seemed to seep into the restaurant. I felt uneasy. My employees exchanged nervous glances and I could sense their unease. I tried to reassure them that this was just another evening, but deep down, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. As I was going through some paperwork in my office, one of my employees, Jake, from State Farm, burst in, his face pale as a ghost. He stammered, "Karen, you need to come see this. It's something strange." I followed him to the security camera feed in the back room. The footage showed a shadowy figure standing at the edge of the parking lot near the woods. It was tall with elongated limbs and a grotesque shape that seemed to defy nature. "What is that?" I whispered. My voice is obviously trembling. I'm terrified. Jake shook his head, his eyes locked on the screen. I don't know, but it's not human, Karen. Look at the way it moves. Indeed, the figure moved in a disjointed, unnatural manner, like a marionette being manipulated by unseen hands. It lurched closer to the restaurant, and I could feel a chill run down my spine. Without thinking, I grabbed my flashlight and headed outside with Jake. The night air was thick with tension as we approached the creature. Thinking to myself, what am I doing? Its eyes glowed with another worldly light, and it emitted an eerie, guttural sound that sent shivers down my spine. "Stay back," I warned Jake, my voice barely audible as we inched closer, as the creature shifted its form, contorting into a grotesque mimicry of a human. They wore the face of a person I knew, a regular customer who had come to KFC many times, but it was a twisted, nightmarish version of that person, of that individual. And Karen, that's not him. That's something wearing his skin, Jake whispered, his voice trembling. I could hardly comprehend what I was witnessing. It was though I had stepped into a realm of pure horror. This creature stared at us, its eyes filled with malevolence before it let out a blood-curdling scream that shattered the silence of the night. Terrified Jake and I stumbled back into the restaurant and locked the doors. We were absolutely terrified. We called the police, but by the time they arrived, the creature had vanished into the woods, leaving us with nothing but a chilling memory from that night on. I knew the stories about the woods were true, but I don't know. We had encountered a skinwalker, a malevolent entity that could take on the appearance of others. It was a night that would forever haunt my dreams. A night when I realized that there are things in this world that defy explanation and logic, lurking in the darkness just beyond our understanding.
That shit is creepy,
Woo!
dude.
That shit is fucking creepy. Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but I don't fuck with woods.
I don't fuck with the
I don't
woods.
fuck with woods.
Maybe like the backwoods, but other than that.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll roll up a backwoods. I'll smoke a backwoods. But like
But not those front woods, dude.
No,
fuck that shit.
No, dude. So the crazy part is, and I think I told you this before, Jordan, but whenever I go to Connecticut, it is pitch black. Like, call Vin Diesel. You know, like, this shit is pitch.
Oh, we got to get... I followed that reference right there, yeah.
Yeah, you got to get Riddick out here. You know what I mean?
Pitch black in Lynchfield there.
Litchfield. And the crazy part is
kind of
none
ironic,
of them
actually.
have any stories about cryptids. Like, you know, like, I'm always down to hear some stories about cryptids, but, like, in Connecticut, it seems like nobody's talking about cryptids when
there.
they are ripe for fucking cryptids.
And they don't want to... They don't want to tell us, bro. That's all it is.
Gatekeeping cryptids?
Exactly.
Gatekeeping.
Yeah. They're being cryptic with the cryptics.
Devin, have you seen any strange shit in the woods? I mean, your house is literally backed up to some woods.
Yeah. I mean, I love the woods.
Devin, yeah, backwoods?
Yeah, dude. About to spark that shit up.
Hey, careful, man.
Yeah.
Smokey says no fires.
But, yeah, you see, like, you know, like bobcats and black bears. There's like, you know, yeah, you'll see shit like that. Definitely, you don't see like I have yet to see a cryptid, but definitely
or a skinwalker.
Yeah, or definitely definitely some like weird bugs too, like moths and shit.
Well,
Devin, you seem a little off. Is this really you?
Is this really Devin?
Yeah,
you turn off your camera and everything.
Yeah, you turn off your camera. We don't know.
Is this actually a skinwalker?
Hold on, just so you can see.
That's not Subway.
That's all black. Oh, that's fucking great. Devin is recording the episode in the dark.
Yeah, dude. I'm just sitting back and letting these creepy people. Like I told you, I love haunted shit. I love scary stories. So I'm just sitting back and letting these wash over me in a way that I actually wasn't sure they would. That was a legitimately creepy story. Also had some, like, I don't know, it had like seemed like it had a subtext of something that it was like trying to talk about with like working in fast food and seeing a customer, you know, like in your, you know, like sub-reality. I don't know. I can imagine that being like that, right?
Oh yeah. And you know, the thing is like with these like tales and shit, compared to the Taco Bell ones, these are a lot creepier.
Yeah. These are pretty creepy.
They hit like the actual vein of horror, whereas like I feel like with the Taco Bell ones, they were just kind of like.
Well, I will say the Taco Bell ones were mostly ghost ones, so that was kind of.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Yeah, it's a slightly different genre of horror, but yeah.
Skinwalkers creep me out a lot more than ghosts, because I have seen ghosts. I know that sounds dumb and weird, but maybe I legitimately, with my whole ass eyes, have seen motherfucking ghosts in front of me.
I will be honest with you. My dad, two of his best friends, a couple of guys that grew up in Austin with him, if you talk, they are some of the funniest dudes, and they have some of the best stories, and they are some of the best storytellers I've ever met. I love hanging out with them. When you talk about ghosts with them, it is not a fucking joke.
Yes.
Their whole tone changes, bro. They are dead ass about that shit, bro. Dead ass.
And you know, the thing is skinwalkers creep me out a lot more, just because, you know, they're rooted in like a lot of indigenous cultures. It's like, you know, one of the reasons why you're not supposed to whistle at night is because like you can summon spirits and shit. Like this kind of belief behind it. And like that's one of the things, like as a Mexican growing up, my fucking grandma was like, the cucui's gonna get you. If you don't shut off that light, the cucui's gonna get you. And my God, like running down the hallway as fast as I can so the light doesn't touch me. You know what I mean? So the light touches me, you know what I mean? So I don't get touched by that darkness.
Absolutely not.
And that's the way I feel when I think about fucking skinwalkers. You know, during the pandemic, Nora and I watched that Skinwalker Ranch series on History Channel.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
It's pretty wiggity, dude. It's pretty fucking wiggity. I wouldn't fuck with any type of skinwalkers or anything like that. But,
yeah, I feel like skinwalkers have also made like a resurgence in the past 15 years because of creepy pastas, because of the internet.
Oh yeah.
It's like the same thing. I mean, there's definitely creepy pastas that still kind of like give me the creeps a little. Like the whole like Slender Man. I don't fuck with Slender Man. Like Slender Man, that shit is creepy.
I never heard of Slender Man. I'm not into horror though, guys.
Neither am I.
I don't like that shit.
The thing about Slender Man though is like if you believe in this shit, like he could be legit a tulpa now just because of like the shit that's like happened with like the murders. And I don't want to get too wiggity into it just because I'm going to sound like a psycho or sound like a weirdo. But yeah, I don't fuck with Slender Man. I don't fuck with a lot of this shit. Like my grandma one time told me that when she was back in the like 60s, when she was trying to have like conceive with her first kid, she had a dream when she was pregnant, and in the dream she was on a horse, and there was this cloaked figure chasing her on this horse. They were also on a horse. And every time towards the end of the dream, the figure would reach out and touch her. And she had 2 miscarriages. Yeah, and she had
mad chills, bro. Whole body, legs, arms.
Yeah, she had the dream twice, and both times she was pregnant, both times she lost the baby.
Stop it.
And then the third time, she was on this horse, and she was, trying to get away from it, and the figure was getting closer to it, and she like jumped this gap on that horse, and the figure like wasn't able to get to her, and she had my aunt.
Oh my God,
like,
dude, that's fucking
crazy,
that's
great.
Dog. Dude. Yeah. But the thing is
that
like
your story? Because that was a good one.
No. But like creepy shit happens on my mom's side all the fucking time. Like my Aunt Jessica, she does, shout out my Aunt Jessica, she does actually a haunted tour on Catalina Island in San Diego.
Oh, Catalina Island, like the little 45-minute boat ride?
Yeah.
Nice.
Off
they
Los
only do
Angeles.
go-karts?
Yes.
Yeah,
she lives on there, and she does.
No shit.
Yeah, she does
That's
the
dope.
ghost tours. The
How
Avalon.
long has she lived on?
Maybe like 5 years now.
Oh wow.
5-6 years.
That's great.
But she owns the Avalon ghost tours, and she says some of the shit that she sees is pretty crazy. And apparently out there's a lot of alien activity. A lot of submersible aliens. So not like UFO in the sky. Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like we're digressing from it. I'm going to go ahead and read this last one. My name is Larry, and I had always taken pride in being the best manager at KFC. Hey, don't lean. If you have time to lean, you have time to clean. My restaurant was a place where families could come to enjoy a meal, and I had a loyal team that worked like a well-oiled machine. But one evening, my world would be shattered when I made a horrifying discovery about one of my employees. It was a typical night at KFC, and I was going about my usual duties. Not doing much, chilling in my office. Now, the restaurant was bustling, and the aroma of the fried chicken filled the air. I had a dedicated staff, and I trusted them implicitly. Little did I know that beneath the surface, a sinister secret was lurking. As I was checking the schedule in my office, my assistant manager, Sarah, burst in, her face pale, and her eyes wide with fear. Larry, you won't believe what I just found, she sputtered. I glanced up concerned. What's going on, Sarah? You look terrified. She handed me a newspaper article, and my heart sank as I read the headline. Notorious serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer's employee connection. The article detailed how one of my employees, a seemingly quiet and unassuming young man named Michael, had been working at our KFC while secretly harboring a horrifying past. He had been a close associate of Jeffrey Dahmer, one of the most notorious serial killers in history. My hands trembled as I read Michael's involvement with Dahmer, assisting him in his gruesome crimes. I couldn't believe it. How had I been so blind? How had I let someone like him slip through the cracks and work at my restaurant? Sarah and I confronted Michael, who admitted to his horrifying past. He showed no remorse, no guilt, only a chilling indifference.
What was it? Was this like in the break room?
Oh my God, that's a terrible thing to walk into.
Hey, can we get a couple extra biscuits for this call-up order? Actually, by the way, did you assist Jeffrey Dahmer? Man. Sorry. Continue.
He showed no remorse, no guilt, only a chilling indifference to the atrocities he had witnessed and been a part of. he had hidden in plain sight, wearing the facade of a normal employee. Terrified and sickened, I called the police and Michael was taken into custody. The restaurant was immediately swarmed by reporters and investigators, and our once thriving establishment became a scene of chaos and horror. As the days passed, the shock of discovering a serial killer's connection within my own team haunted me. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't help but question my judgment and my ability to see beyond the surface. I had trusted my employees, and yet evil had been working alongside us all along. My once beloved KFC became tainted by the darkness that had touched it, and I knew that no amount of cleaning or renovations could erase the horrors that had unfolded within its walls. It was a chilling reminder that evil could hide in the most unexpected places. The bottom of a bucket. Even under the guise of a seemingly ordinary fast food worker, forever shattering my sense of security and trust. Bum, bum, bum.
Sorry, buddy. That's yeah.
No,
that's a rough go, but you know what? It's not
creepy.
really your it's not really your fault. I have empathy for this guy. I think he's taking it a little too. I don't think it's any reflection of, you know.
Really, I think so. I think it is.
Tell us, Nick. Tell us.
Yeah, Larry, come on, dude. You fucking up. If you're not looking at this dude's Facebook, whew,
Come on.
you know what's going on here. And also,
He's probably running a sleeper cell.
also,
Yeah.
I got some gripes
He's probably
because
connected to drug lords.
because
Colombian drug lords.
How could there be an article about his employee Michael and him not be arrested already? Like, why did it have to come out like in the news before they fucking arrested old Mikey boy for
I know
making zombies?
This pasta, this creepy pasta almost reads like a hard-boiled detective novel. It's like, this isn't your responsibility. You don't have to confront him in the back of the KFC while it's bustling, like, you know, and So I feel like
Before this like creepy pasta is like, this story comes from a fast food workers. Bum, 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 bum.
That's great. Yeah,
Bum, bum,
little Law and Order.
No,
but I just imagine just like the and it doesn't sound like it was that hard. It sounded like they just went up to the guy and were like, "Hey, were you Jeff? Did you kill those people with Jeffrey Dahmer?" And he was like, "Yep, that was me."
yeah, you're not wrong. He was like, yeah, no, that was me. Yeah, indifferent, no remorse.
Indifferent, no remorse. That's a toughie, dude. That's a toughie to have no remorse. I mean, the way that
that is a
I know
toughie.
that Jeffrey Dahmer shit that it was on Netflix for a while was probably still there or whatever, but that was on there. That got a lot of that was trending. You know, I watched. It was motherfucking creepy.
It was creepy,
Yeah.
and
but
like
the no remorse shit. I mean, he has a scene in there where he talks about like he's like we have to like basically make you insane. He was like, I'm not crazy. I did it.
Yeah, no, and,
I'm like,
and the thing is about that shit is he was like keeping like dicks inside of his work locker, like decomposing dicks and shit. He would like put makeup on these dicks, and like the shit that Jeffrey Dahmer did was insane. And like the fact
that I went over there to I went across the street to the McDonald's over there. And I ordered
your
McDonald's.
Midwest accent.
Then I ordered the McDonald's over there, and then I went across the street to get something from KFC to make a little sandwich.
You're a bitch,
chicken.
first off. All right. But I don't know. I think that this this was a pretty good one. I like these creepy pastas. I'm gonna look for some more, and maybe next year we may be doing something else.
Yeah.
Maybe doing Subway, and then they have some real creepy shit. I mean, did you hear about Jared Fogle?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
What a fucking creep!
That guy's real life creep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy.
Hey, he took it too.
That-
He's
hey,
trying to
listen,
be creepy. He took it too far. Took it too far. Too far, dude.
That guy could be in better shape.
Oh my gosh!
This is just the warm up year. If next year we're doing Subway, like strap yourselves in. It's gonna be a long Halloween season, 2024.
Oh yeah, we're actually all next year is going to be all Halloween. We're just doing all Subway creepy pastas. But Bell Nation, if you enjoyed this creepy Gordita Bunch episode, give us a like, give us a follow, send it to another one of your creepy little friends, and leave us a review. I feel like we don't say that enough. Leave us a review, whether that be on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on Audible, on Amazon, on YouTube, whatever you got to do. But thank you so much for listening. And I'm Nick. Follow me on Instagram. And thank you.
All right. It's your boy. 112. I'm you on IG. Maybe see me on Married at First Sight soon. And I
hope so.
Oh man, please let me be one of your friends that like goes on the show and like talks to the people. You know what I mean? Talk to the ladies.
That would be so fun, dude.
Oh, but I got to get past Deaky. I hope Deaky can't do it.
No, he's not here.
I hope David can't do it.
David be busy, bro. I don't know. He might do it though.
No matter who does it, they better be wearing some cheesy Gordita Bunch shirts.
That's fact.
Absolutely.
That's
so
deal.
funny, dude. That's so funny.
That's the deal.
ABP, baby.
ABP.
So follow your boy. But no, thanks for listening. Next episode is going to be great. We can't wait to see you. Talk to you then.
All right, what's up? This is your boy S to the Ubway, a.k.a. DJ Dill, a.k.a. the Taco Bell Pope / President, signing off. Thanks again for listening, and yeah, we'll see you next week. It's going to be a great month. So excited to spend it with my boys.
There it is, baby.
Yes, sir. All right.
So, peace.
Stay Baja blessed.
Holla.
This show is made possible thanks to listeners like you. For more great Cheesy Gordita Network content, follow us on social media or go to cheesygorditanetwork.com to stay up to date. Thank you for your support and stay Baja blessed.